What is up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of my FTB Beyond Let's Play and Gameplay series. So, today, we're going to be getting started with some machines, because I feel like that's probably going to be a decent idea. So, if we get going here, let's go grind stone. Now, this is a really cool little thing from Applied Energistics 2, which is in the mod pack, which is quite nice. I don't know whether we'll be using that or refined storage. Probably refined storage, because I think it's maybe not better, but easier to use. So that's kind of cool. So let's get 3 circuit quartz, and this will allow us to grind up our ores very early game, and of course that's going to mean we'll be able to double them, which should be pretty cool. So we're going to need 2 cobblestone and 3 stone. So 2 cobblestone, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And then we should just be able to go. Lovely. We are going to want a crank as well, which is, I think, maybe like that. No. Let's have a look. Crank. It is made like so. So let's get one of them. And that's going to be pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this down, I would say. Let's get rid of one instead of you. And just chuck you down. Right there. Brilliant. So let's get rid of you. And then what we can do is we can put the crank there. And we can crank up some ores. So I've got a bit of iron. Let's crank up some iron. Let's crank up 5 of that. All of that. We might as well. Have we got any tin? Surprisingly, we haven't. Which is a pain in the bum. I don't know whether we're going to need some of that straight away, but let's grind up sort of all of that. And what you do is you just shove it in there, and then just right click on that and hold right click, and it will grind up, which is pretty cool. And if we take a look in there, it's not done a application yet, but you know, it's not done one application yet, but it should do it fairly quickly. It doesn't double it every time. It does double it sometimes. But it's not a 100% thing to do. So that's, you got to keep that in mind. It's not, you won't be able to automate this for late game. How do I open the blimmin' map? Like so. Right, remove. So yeah, it's not something you can automate for late game, because it's not 100% always going to work. But it's not bad. It's not bad. So let's get all of you. We do actually have a bunch of bread in here. That's kind of cool. Let's get all of that out. As you can see, I'm pretty much living off rice bread at the moment, which is not a bad thing. Rice bread is quite nice, quite good. So let's get all of that out, and let's continue grinding up this. I'm going to come back to you once I've grinded this up, and I will be back in a second. Okay, so we're down to processing our last batch of ores, which is the nickel. I'm pretty sure if you hold right-click on this when there's nothing to be grinded, it will snap off. So we're actually going to see if that does. If that is still the case, so you guys do know. I used to have it. It doesn't matter too much if it does break. It's only 5 sticks, but let's have a look. It does. So you do have to hold it for quite a long time, but it will break eventually. So just a heads up there. So let's grab some tiny coal out, and what do we need? Let's put you in there. Lovely. Let's put. This is the best. This is the good thing about tiny coal. You can just put, obviously, separate it into what you need completely. So you don't have to worry about smelting a certain amount of items every time. You can just shove it in. Of course, if it decides to blimmin' work, it would be nice. There we go. Okay, so let's put one of you in there, and you in there, and there. Brilliant. So, the first machine I think I'm going to make is probably the Culinary Generator, because it is a great way of generating power, really. Generates a decent amount, obviously, depending on the type of food you put in it. But it's pretty nice. We have a decent farm going on as well. These guys are not doing the thing very well, which is kind of annoying. I wonder if it will work better like that. I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, I'm trying to get some agricraft stuff going just to get better crops. But that doesn't seem really to be working right now, which is a pain in the bum. So let's take you out. You are not deciding to join with them. So yeah. Right, so let's make a culinary generator. What we need is 5 of any biodegradable items. Let's get you. We need a piece of steak, which luckily we do have. We need 2 redstone, which I do have a fair bit of redstone, which is cool. We need another 2 redstone and 5 iron, which luckily, thanks to you, we do have. What else do we need? We need a furnace. Beautiful. And we also need one of you. So 4 iron, 4 redstone, and a chest. And then. And 4 iron, which we do now have. So let's get all of these out of here. I just kind of smelted up a bunch of everything just to make sure we had the stuff that we needed. So, let's make you. Let's go, you first of all. Get out of there, redstone. Don't know why you do that. That's stupid. Let's get a chest. Of course. I need to do that. There we go. Let's just do that. A machine frame, or machine block, which you get 4 of them, which is kind of good. And there we go. There's the furnace generator, and we need 1 more redstone. And there is the culinary generator. Now, this guy is really awesome, but he does not store your power. So if we, for instance, just get out these berries, let's put one of you in there. So you will generate here 8 RF a tick at 3,200 RF. So as you can see, there's about 1,000 RF in there. If we break this guy and put him back down, didn't mean to do that, he will not have his RF still. So do not put loads of like stuff in here, loads of RF in there, and then move it and expect to have it in there, because you will lose it. So that's just kind of a warning. What we want to do now is probably make ourselves a Sag Mill. The reason why I'm not going to make a pulverizer is you get more secondary outputs from a Sag Mill. So I'm probably going to do that. However, a crusher would be nice for the iron, but for the time being, I think a Sag Mill is probably the best way to go. So we do need a bunch of iron for that, which we now have none left, which is quite great. So I'm going to have to do a lot more cranky, it seems like. So let's go 5 of you. Get out of my inventory. There we go. And I will be back again in a minute. Okay, so we've probably got enough iron. That is a bunch. So let's get some more coal out of here. Of course, we could use that one, but we can make it a bit faster by spreading it out over these ones. So let's chuck you like that, and then let's go this into like you. That should be 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Beautiful. So now we can go, yeah, this still got a bunch of iron in it. I'm going to take that out so I don't forget it's in there. Sadly, you can't take something out once it's started being processed. That's great. But that is that. So let's now start actually distributing the iron. So let's go sort of... Let's just chuck it all in there. I'm lazy. I can't be asked to sort it out. And it will smelt up anyway, so that's fine. Right, so that will get us our Sag Mill. And then obviously we're going to want a... what is it? A alloy smelter. But first of all, let's get the stuff ready for that. So we're going to need another 3 flint. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Another bunch of wood. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. 1 iron, 1 redstone for the piston. We're going to want a machine frame, machine chassis, sorry. So we're going to need a bunch of iron for that, pretty much. And a piece of copper. Do we have that? We do. Beautiful. 2 of you, and a set of gold nuggets. Beautiful. And that should, I think, be everything we need. Yeah, so let's get some iron. That is not enough. Break you while we're at it, because you are annoying. There you go. Let's turn you into that. Let's just go over to our farm. As you can see, this guy is literally producing a ton. I harvested this when I started recording the episode, and of course, it's not been very long since then. It does produce a ton of crops. I don't know why. Maybe these worms were nerfed to like work better, but geez Louise, the crops that this thing produces is mental. Like, I have no problem with food. As you can see on my hotbar, I have pretty much 2 stacks of rice bread. I have no problem with food. Like, that's no problem. That's pretty much why I went with the culinary generator, because we can get so much goddamn food to chuck in that thing. It should be pretty darn nice. So, let's go back over there. Did we get it? Yeah, we got everything. Nice. Let's get you as well. We did get you. Alright. These berries are a good thing just to lob in there to get rid of, really. So, that's cool. And let's chuck all of you in there. I don't want the string in there, because I'm going to put you in the mob's chest. And there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so let's grab you. Let's just wait for the last one. Lovely. Okay, let's make some iron bars. We're going to need them. And then we can make our machine frame. So, first of all, let's make the little guy basic capacitor. There we go. Is that not how you make it in this mod pack? What the flip? It's 4 redstone and 2 gold nuggets. I'm an idiot. Okay, if you can hear talking in the background, I'm very sorry. There's not really much I can do. Like that. There we go. Basic capacitor. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely jubbly. Let's also get ourselves our piston, which is, why can't I grab the right amount of items? I honestly don't know. A piece of iron, a piece of redstone, and that is like dun dun dun. Get our 3 flint. And we're going to need another bunch of iron, damn it. Right, let's get just a little bit more. We need 4 more. I wonder if, no, it'd be cool if you could, like, eat at the same time doing that. That'd be cool, but you can't. So let's just get a little bit more, and then we should be able to make ourselves the Sag Mill. And then, of course, we can start crushing up our ores automatically, which would be a lot more useful. 3, 1 more, come on. Ugh, this thing takes some time. 5, there we go, beautiful. Let's get the rest of you out of there, so we can do you automatically. It's a lot nicer than chucking it in here. Alright, let's smelt you up. And let's kind of take a bit of you out and just chuck you in there. Make it a little bit faster. Alright, so, yeah, then we're going to want to make the alloy smelter now. Talking about energy stuff, so let's get, actually, alloy here as well. Okay, and then let's also get, basic, or just put, oh, that's not what I wanted. Energy cube. Do we have mechanism? We do not have mechanism. That is kind of good, I guess, because it means there's no, no deciding which one we want to use. We're going to have to use the energy cell, which is not bad, because these guys are pretty good. These are from, what's the face? Thermal expansion. They're pretty nice. Not too expensive, as you can see. Just a bit of iron, bit of lead, and some glass. So, pretty darn cheap, really. And they pretty much just store power. And then you do need to add a block of redstone to more lead and a little bit of this. So you do need some electrum, which is fine. We can easily make that. And that is going to be pretty darn awesome for us. So, Sag Mill. Beautiful. That's that guy done. Then let's get rid of you off of there. And let's go alloy smelter. Of course. If we do that. Alloy smelter, you're going to be another 4 iron. Damn it. Actually, first of all, we can use this guy to get some more iron now, can't we? Yes, we can, is the answer to that. So let's get our culinary generator. Let's put you, for the time being, we're going to put you there. I'm going to chuck in there all my berries at the moment. And then we can start doing better power-producing stuff. So let's lob you in there. You should produce some power. And let's get our iron. And lob you in there. And that should auto go down. I'm going to put a piece of flint in there because you get more drops. And there we go. So, we should, obviously, because it's barely getting any power. This is only producing 8 RF tick. But I just want to get rid of them, really. So, for the time being, what we could do is, instead of lobbing one of you in there, let's lob. Although, I don't want to go over, so I'm going to keep that. Because otherwise, we'll waste power. We'll generate power and it'll get stuck in here. So, I don't really want to overpower it. So, we're getting some iron, which is what we need. We do need a bunch of iron for you. We're not going to have enough. So, I may need to go mining, which is fine. So, what's that? 6 iron. We need 7 for that. We need another 4. So, I'm going to go mining. And, of course, I will get back to you in a second. If I just find iron ore. There you go. What's the best thing for world gen for this? The best Y level is 57-ish. Beautiful. We're going to go for 57. So I will see you guys in a minute. And don't go anywhere. Okay, so welcome back. It took me ages to find it. Let's get these overlays out of your face. Yeah, it took me ages to find it. And I just realised we're actually using NEI. This is NEI. Not enough items, so JI is not being used for this pack, which is cool, I guess. I didn't know NEI was back up now, but it is, which is cool. So yeah, we've got that. So, as you can see, I just got a bunch more iron. That is now being sag milled up, I guess you could say. To get some more iron. What do we need for this? We needed 7, add 4 is 11, so we've got enough. So let's smelt this all up. Let's chuck you in there. And again, I'm going to come back when that's smelted. So I'll probably see you in a minute. Like I said, it took me absolutely ages to find that iron. But there we go. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute again. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we have pretty much got enough stuff now. I don't really know why I cooked that up. I had enough copper anyway. But there we go. So let's get ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, 2 of you. Bunch of iron, lovely. We're gonna have to make that. We're gonna need 4 iron bars. Again, we've got them, and 3 furnaces. Okay, let's make 3 of you. Beautiful. Let's get all of you. Chuck you in there. We don't need you anymore. Let's get you out just because we can. I'm actually gonna put you away. Organization. All right. So let's make a cauldron. Get out of there, stone shovel. And let's make everything else. I just do it like this. I don't need to use the guides. It's probably quicker than me doing it myself. So let's do that. Beautiful. Make one of you. Lovely. And then we can sort this all out. God, if the game would just decide to work, it would be absolutely awesome. There we go. And then what we can do with this, we can chuck that guy there, and that guy is also going to power up. Now, if we chuck, let's say, lovely, that amount of bread in there, that should smelt up, pulverize up, and that would be pretty darn nice. I mean, not pulverize up, you know, turn into energy, which should power these guys and fill these guys both up, which would be nice. Now, of course, what we're going to quickly do, I think, before we end the episode is make one of you. So, what are you? You are a little bit of iron. We do not have enough iron. We've got you cooking up, so we actually do have enough iron. So, what is it? 4 iron, 5. We need a bit of lead. So, do we have some lead ore? Hope we do. If we don't, we're going to cut it here. We don't. So, what I'm going to do between this episode and next is do a bunch of mining. Of course, now we've got a way of generating power and smelting up our ores and crushing them up, which is great, so we can double our ores. So yeah, I think it's been a pretty successful episode. If you have enjoyed, and you like the new kind of episodes, which are just a bit shorter than the old ones, then definitely tell me. That'll be cool. I hope you enjoy the channel, of course. Make sure you leave a like if you are. That'll be pretty cool, and I will see you on the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.